So this is the final Bargue project that you guys are going to be doing for the Drawing 1 class. And the first thing you guys want to do is go through your book and choose which one you want to do. There's 2 arms, so there's this arm, a foot, a hand, and there's also this muscly arm that you guys can choose from. So any of these will work that you can use. And we're going to be using a Bristol paper made by Canson. And so with the papers that I gave you guys, it's the one that feels like cardstock. It's really, really thick. It's 9 inches by 12 inches, and it has a very nice smooth surface. And the reason why we're going to be using this paper is it's really easy to erase. So there's a lot of flexibility. So as you guys are plotting your reference points and making lines, etc., that there's a lot of room for you guys to be able to erase and alter and change, etc. as you're going. See, it's really easy to erase. So anyways, I'm going to do this hand for the final, and the first thing you need to do is draw a cross. I've already took a ruler and I placed a vertical line and a horizontal line to create that cross. If you guys want to, in your book, I've placed the schema that people have worked on that you can use in examples. So for example, I copied the vertical line that they did on this hand because you want to make sure that your vertical line is hitting a lot of places that can hit potentially a lot of reference points. So for example, the vertical line hits like the crook of the hand right over here. It hits where the 2 fingers separates here and almost where the knuckle separates. It just makes your life easier if it intersects into a lot of spaces. And same with the horizontal line, like in this foot, they on purposely put that horizontal line where there's a lot of knuckles on the toe. So it just makes it easier when you start plotting those reference points. So I took my ruler, I used a marker when I did this and made sure it was vertical. Let me move that over. And I also made that I had a good horizontal line, and then I started onto my paper. So I took my paper, I made my vertical line and my horizontal line. Pencil wise, what I'm using for this is an HB pencil. So I gave you guys a variety of pencils. Your HB pencil, there it is, HB, it's just a middle line pencil. Or like a 2H pencil would work really well for this assignment. Okay, I got my horizontal line. And I just continue to plot my points as I go along. So I already made one line right over here for the knuckle. And I'm going to just continue. Let's see. There's a rise on the hand right over here. And I think that's a good place to put a reference point right now. And then maybe another one right where the finger bends. So remember, when you have a curve, something like this, like what we talked about with the side face exercise, you want to treat a curve as a series of straight lines. It makes your life so much easier. Visually, what happens is, like, you see it rises up, dips down, rises up and dips down. And sometimes your brain has a hard time reading that, and you over-exaggerate what is actually happening. So let's see. Let's figure out where this point is. And I'm going to compare it to the vertical line and the horizontal line. What is my distances between the two? I'm going to compare it to my actual drawing. Once I get 2 reference points, I make a line. So I'm making a fairly rough, kind of rigid schema. Let's do this next reference point. I make a little mark, a squiggly mark, so I don't get myself lost. Make sure I get the right reference points. Okay, there we go. And now I have this. Once I get that kind of, oh, sorry, you guys didn't see that. Once I get this kind of rough structure of, like, here's the edge of the finger, now I can maybe start playing with the line. Let it curve up and down of what is exactly happening. Kind of ridges up here. And I can use my eraser. I just lost a marker off my desk there. And this one kind of dips down and in. Once you guys get a schema of what you have, just an outside skeletal structure, I want you then to start breaking into the shadow shapes, which I'm going to do in a later video. And the other thing to pay attention to as you're going along is pay attention to the line quality that is happening in this. Just how the line darkens here, and then it just like a breath lightens up again, a little slight darkening, etc. Or how the line darkens in these areas or lightens in this area over here. That's what we really also want to pay attention. That line quality is just as important in these drawings. So this is an assignment a student did previously. Zoom out a bit. She left it behind, but you can just see what the final product is going to look like and how fairly accurate you can draw just by comparing things to a vertical and horizontal line, which you'll be erasing. You can see that her vertical and horizontal line are erased on this, so she just was left with the hand. Anyways, I'll let you guys to it.